trio has a very nice chemistry to it. I think we're all good listeners.
We've been playing together for a very long time, and we know each other's playing very well.
So it's great fun for me. I mean, I love working with Kevin and Martin. A nice sort of relaxed vibe when we get together.
We've recorded as well a couple of other times, just partly just literally as a record of where we are musically at a particular time. But we decided to release this on a CD this time because we're just really pleased with the material we've got, and the recordings have turned out really nicely.
The music on the CD has quite a few rocky and some funky moments, but it's really very much in the jazz tradition, where the written part of the music is in many ways less important than what the players themselves bring to each piece in terms of the groove and the feel and the improvised solos. We're quite supportive of each other, and we have these regular rehearsals, in fact, in this very place, the community centre here in Florence Park. And if you're writing music, it's very important, very helpful to have this kind of regular rehearsal where you can try things out and without too much pressure and get some feedback. The sax player on the album is a wonderful player called Andor Jensen. He's actually based in Liverpool, but some years ago he came down to do the Guildhall Jazz course in London. Luckily for us, he's happy to come down south now and again and play with us and record with us. I think he's probably the most naturally and instinctively musical person, jazz musician that I know. It's great to have him in the band. Around about the time that we were recording the CD, there was a news story about a problem with the supply of chickpeas used to make hummus. There was a national shortage of hummus, and so we just used this news story for the name of our band.
The album cover came about because my son, who's a painter, had done this lovely painting, The Garden, and we all had a look and thought it really fit the bill. It's quite nice keeping it in the family, and also there's a connection artistically. Kevin is very interested in art, and particularly Peter Doig. One of the tracks on the album is called Doig and Blues. My son is also interested in Peter Doig's work, so there's a connection there. And Jack, my son, is also a drummer, musician, but I think he was very glad to offer the work for the front cover.
The music on the CD was written by Martin Pickett, the keyboard player, and myself. The thing there is that Martin's much better and quicker at learning my tunes than I am at learning his tunes, so it's quite motivating. It meant that it encouraged me to write more tunes that I could be sure that I'll be able to play. Very much a joint effort. We both like similar kinds of music and write similar kinds of tunes, really. The other thing that's really nice to have is a regular gig where you can try things out in front of an audience. And again, we're very lucky here in Oxford. We've got quite a few venues, including something called the Cahoots Jazz Collective. They managed to find a pub, a really nice pub actually just down the road from here, called the Mad Hatter, which has a really nice stage and great acoustics, and various bands, including this one, can get to play there quite regularly. It's not always exactly the same lineup. We sometimes have, for example, Mike Wilkins sometimes plays sax with us. Sometimes the drummer changes and we have Mark Doffman on drums. There's really a family of musicians that come together, so that's a great thing. The club is quite successful, really, and we get musicians from different places and jazz fans of all ages, including a lot of university students and tourists. And I think when you're writing music, knowing that you've got an audience that you can not try it out to, but communicate to in some way is very motivating. We're really aiming for a kind of openness and a spontaneity and hopefully a soulfulness as well. It's really very rewarding and satisfying and fun to play this kind of music, and we really hope that people will enjoy listening to it as well.
We have this opportunity to play regularly or live locally and to just work on material and workshop material, and that's been really nice. Yeah, I can't stop looking at the camera now.
You need hummus.
I need something.
Hummus is the
Okay.
only option.